I always do this. They got a new one, Bubbles? Go live to have your whole life ripped apart. So people can come on here and judge you. Go live so we can judge you. You might just have to watch me play Xbox, because I'm not good with, like, interviews. In fact, I don't even do them. I had, like, one in 2011. It was, like, against my will. Switchblades, cocaine, golf boy click, make a hoe shake. Switchblades, cocaine, golf boy click, make a hoe shake. Imagine if they actually had this as a prop. Those little boys will hurt themselves. Nah, but Lil Pete was awesome, man. I miss him. I miss Lil Pete. Now, tell you what, they took him away from us. Nah, but you just can't be dying like that, man. First of all, this dude was on Instagram the 15th when he died with, like, Xanax broken into two, basically dangling from his tongue. I think he was taking Xanax. I'm not sure. I think he might have overdosed. And then you got people on here trying to, like, on YouTube, they tried to rationalize and tell me, well, this just goes to show you that, you know, pills should be legal because they're putting fentanyl in it. What type of sense does that make? How does that make taking pills any better? You must have not, like, overdosed on it. You must not even take pills. Because if you took pills, you would know that they have side effects and they change you forever. Like, this is why people go to the doctor and they fight with their doctor so much about what pills they should take, what they should be prescribed, is because, like, it could change your life forever. It could alter your life. You are taking man-made substances. Usually it's from the earth. Usually it's, you know, biochemistry and shit that we put together and stuff from the earth, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's synthetic and man-made, and you have to watch what you put into your body. So we have all this Mexican standoff, you know, with our doctor, and we say, man, I'm not doing this drug, you give me something else, I want this, that, and we try to get things that aren't generic, because generic drugs have bad things in them, you know, things that hurt your liver and, you know, shorten your lifespan, essentially. But basically, with fentanyl, I'm not too big on fentanyl. I don't even know really too much about what fentanyl is. I know Xanax is a head pill. I believe it's an antidepressant. So I really wouldn't recommend taking it unless, you know, you're depressed. So if you're not depressed, I don't think you should be taking Xanax, especially just to get high. You know, if you're taking Xanax just to get high, man, you're out of this world. What do you think's gonna happen? I mean, but this is how people choose to live their life. Like in my video, I said at the end, like, when I just did a voice recording on my video. I said at the end, some people just want to die. That's profound. That's profound because we don't even think about that part. We don't think, they just want to die. So we do eventually, but at first on the surface, we're thinking to ourselves, man, that's so tragic. I can't believe he did that. Why did he do that? It's murder. Nah, but if you look at it, man, this dude was on the 15th on Instagram, had pills broke up in his mouth, was already planning on rolling the whole night, you know, so. But he was famous. Hey, man, don't let him tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Lil Peep was famous before death. Lil Peep was madly famous before death, too. He was not even... Lil Peep was not even lacking. He had mad fans. This dude met Riff Raff before death. Come on, dude. He made it. He might have messed it up. But for all intents and purposes, Lil Peep made it, dude. Whether or not he can hang on to it is debatable. I think he had a toxic situation going on there, man, with his management and his whole thing going on, his crew. Something was toxic about it. I don't know. It definitely seemed a little bit weird and odd. Lil Peep's connection with Goth Boy Clique. It seemed a little off. You know, because in the first place, Gustav R., Lil Peep, he just seems like a plant. You know, he seems like somebody just popped out of nowhere, you know, from wherever he came from, New York or Russia. I don't know where this dude came from, but he seems like he just sort of popped into the scene, and it was just like this pre-packaged sort of dude that was ready to take over the game, you know? And he was fit. I mean, if he was in Rocky, he would be Strago, right? Or is that the Russian dude's name? Strago, the ultimate fighter. That's basically Lil Peep, ultimate rapper, completely 100%. But it just seemed like he came out of nowhere. He was like a plant, like some manager fixed him up and threw him out there and planted him. And it just is, I don't know, it's too off. It's really too off. And I know it seems like that sometimes with music, you know. You could really, really think that somebody is a wacko, but then they're really super normal on this, when you really get to know them, you know. They're really super normal and down to earth, and like some rappers seem like that. I think Macklemore, to me, Macklemore kind of seems like a real normal person, but he, you know, he has to dumb it down for the crowd, make shit crazy, because that's what rap calls for, you know. Rap is kind of crazy at nature. I heard rap came from Harlem, so, and I heard rap came from like the streets of Harlem and the jail cells of Harlem, and they would play music inside jail. I heard that's where rap came from. So it's pretty, you know, rap has like this sort of like rough exterior anyway. And that's why, like, when people like Macklemore, they feel like they gotta be extra hard and all this sort of stuff. Man, T.I. don't even have tattoos. Yes, let that sink. T.I. don't even have tattoos. It sucks, man. You know, I feel like I've waited too long to get tattoos. I feel like I've waited far too long. Should have got them when I was 18, you know. I feel like I don't have any more cred now. And it's very sick because I grew up listening to Eminem, and Eminem was covered in tattoos, you know. And I always told myself, man, I'm going to be just like that, dude. I'm going to get some tattoos, man. My image is going to be perfect. It's not that simple, dude. Definitely not that simple. But I'll tell you what, one thing about Lil Peep that I know for a fact, that I 100% know for a fact, is that Lil Peep has some of the most potent, incredible ambition that I've ever seen in any artist in a long, long, long time. And I'm not just saying that because of experience and because, oh yeah, you're some rapper dude, so you must know more than everybody else, but just in a lifetime, I don't see a lot of people like Lil Peep. Rest in peace. I didn't see a lot of people like Lil Peep. You know, you try to put people next to him, and they just kind of are nil compared to him. You know, they don't have this potent, this poison pen, you know, like he does. You know, they just are not a wordsmith like he is. He's a wordsmith, despite how kind of like lazy and laid back his style, how Lil Peep's style is. Lil Peep is still a wordsmith. He knows how to twist some words and say the right things at the right time. That's what it's all about. I've been saying this for years, man. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Totally how you say it. But it is what you say. I mean, it is what you say. Because you could say something crazy and fucked up and go to jail. And is that helping you? No. But if you say the right thing and you say it cool, you worry about how you say it. And this is something that you grow up thinking. This is something that you go to bed thinking. This is something that you wake up thinking. You are brought up thinking these things. And eventually, when you go to bed, you think about it again in the morning. And eventually it just fruitions into this beautiful rap song that you barely gotta even try to make, because it just comes out and flows out. You know, writing is kind of like freestyle too, despite it being called writing. Sometimes it's like freestyle because you could just immediately come up with this great idea and just add it to the whole list of writtens that you already got, and it just becomes better and better. I don't know. Unless you actually know, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But you're not here to talk about writing and talk about raps and talk about all that sort of technical stuff. You want to talk about Lil Peep. I'll tell you, I don't know how people could live stream because I don't get views. I mean, dude, I just don't. I don't get any likes and viewers and stuff, and it's kind of disheartening and discouraging, but I don't mind doing videos anyway. You know, when you upload them, it's the same exact thing, except this is a little bit more efficient because I don't have to waste any space on my phone. I could just instantly stream it to the internet, to my YouTube account. So that's cool. You know what's cool is my last video I actually said, or I was talking about Lil Peep, same like this one, just doing a little diary. And a Lil Peep fan page actually said hi to me, so I appreciate that. Y'all don't think people like me are watching or we actually care, but we do. I mean, we are the artist, after all. Whether it just be small recognition or big recognition, we like it all. I am LDaVice, Lonny 2nd. That's what it means. LDaVice means Lonny 2nd. I'm a rapper. I used to be called Trap Shady, but I have since changed it to Trap Jesus. I may even change my name again, because I'm never satisfied with my name. My rap name is the one thing I could never just stick with, you know what I mean? It's been haunting me for a long time, my rap name. But whatever. I talk about everything, you know. I talk about all my insecurities and everything, because part of being an Eminem fan is you are mad fucking transparent and elaborate. Always, hell, I rap, dude. This is what I do. I rap, I talk. I like to speak. I like to get it out. If you think Lil Peep didn't talk like this 24/7, y'all got another thing coming. I bet you Lil Peep talk a lot. He's a rapper. That's what we do. Nah, but I don't want to put myself on Lil Peep's level, man, because I'm going to tell you what. Lil Peep, he had a hell of a lot more ambition than I did. And I say ambition because it's a very important word, especially for rappers. You have to have ambition. Okay. You want to be famous? You want to be like Post Malone and Lil Peep? Number one, I'm not even going to give you a list. Fuck that. Don't do drugs. Just don't do drugs. Try not to take drugs when you out. Try not to drink when you're out. When you're out performing, try not to get high. Try to do all this shit sober. I'm telling you. Just try. Get high on your own time. Don't do it at a show. Don't do it on the road. You're going to end up getting high one day and killing yourself. Take it from somebody that I didn't even take it as far as Lil Peep. And I got fucked up. I went out, I had a couple Valiums. I don't even think I had 3 or 4. I had like 2 Valiums. And then the rest was drinking the whole night. And I just got so drunk that I passed out. I woke up, had blood running down my white suit. Ran like a gazelle from the police through Southeast DC. Or not Southeast, excuse me. Northeast DC. And it was a harrowing experience. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But you don't want to be lost in the streets drunk. And that shit happens every day to people, man. I'm going to tell you right now, especially in the city. You don't want to get lost and when you're drunk in the city. You don't want to do something crazy at your show. If you're going to be a rapper, you have to be disciplined. You have to think about the consequences of every and any action that you take. Think about people that are coming into your inner circle. Do you want these people in your inner circle? Are they worth it? Is this one person that you just met today worth your whole career? These are things you need to ask yourself. I've been there. I overdosed on Xanax. I already talked about it in my other video. I took 25 Xanax. Overdosed over a 3-period day. I finally crashed out on the 3rd day. Woke up on a hospital bed. And they told me I had epileptic grand mal seizure. And that I'll probably have them forever if I keep doing what I'm doing. Until I die. Until I finally crack my head and kill myself. That's what Xanax does. That's what head pills do. That's what antidepressants do. When you overdose on them, it changes your physical makeup forever. Mentally, physically, everything. You taste, hear, smell, perceive differently now. Because you overdosed. You can't do it. You just can't overdose. This is all part of being responsible at your show. And being responsible on the road. Lil Peep was getting high as a way to deal with the fame. He was too young for it. He wasn't ready for the fame. Don't glorify young fame. Please, don't glorify young fame. It ain't all it's cracked up to be, fam. Why do you think it took Eminem so long, man? He had a kid. He couldn't just go on the road with his kid. Why do you think Lil Wayne has seizures now? He was trying to be famous way young. It got to him, eventually. Eventually, drugs are going to get to you. You're not a shaman. You're not a monk going out there being famous. You're a regular Joe from the streets. You can't expect yourself to be holier than thou when it comes and shit hit the fan. When somebody offers you drugs, you're going to take them. You're not a monk from a temple. You're you from the streets. Regular you. Trying to be a rapper. That's why you got to think about every consequence. And you got to think about what your tendencies are. I'm 25 years old. I could easily only be 21 had I taken my life early. I couldn't be here right now to give these lessons. It shouldn't be a lesson, though. Hell, for all intents, it should be a fun-loving Lil Peep, memorialized video. But dude's dead, and I can't even talk about how much of a fan I am anymore because dude's gone, and I can't even enjoy his music no more without thinking, wow, this dude's gone. The worst, most stereotypical thing to happen to a rap artist. The most played out stereotype. Dies. 21. It's just sad, man. I want everybody to think about that. Anybody that watches this, if you're a fan of Lil Peep, if you're watching me and you don't even know who I am, I'm LDaVice. I'm a rap artist too. If you happen to become a fan of me, whoever you are, please take advice from me, man. Pills are an epidemic right now. They're a crazy epidemic, worse than sugar. And we need to, it may not be worse than sugar. But we're taking them for granted. We take them without even thinking about it. We think we're Teflon. We think we're made of metal. And we're not. You could so easily go to sleep after taking a pill and mixing it with a beer and not even wake up. It's already happened to my family members too. Happened to my big cousin Brucey. Dude's like 6'5", was in the army. Bomb squad. Took his life too, pills. They're very dangerous, man. And I wish our culture would get off them. I really do. Get off the lean and the pills.